Stereotypes do not define me because I like to be respectful, I make good decisions, and I use my ability to problem solve to help others. First of all, what are stereotypes? Stereotypes are most likely a belief that people have about an ethnic group. Stereotypes has existed for a very long time. I am Mexican, and we are one of the ethnic groups most discriminated by negative stereotypes. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, has called Mexicans criminals and rapists. Let's go ahead and look at the video.
Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
The statement that Donald Trump did about Mexicans is false. According to the Migration Policy Institute, 69% of Mexican immigrants were in the civilian labor force in 2017, compared to 66% of all immigrants and 62% of the native born. Donald Trump is not the only one making negative stereotypes about Mexicans. Media has portrayed Hispanics as lazy, unintelligent, and criminals. This is how the population starts believing these stereotypes. Laura Pulido is a professor of American Studies. She is going to tell us if Mexicans are lazy or hard workers.
It is not true that Mexicans are lazy. That is a stereotype that has existed for at least the last 150 years or so, with the conquest of what was then Mexico by the United States as part of the Mexican-American War. And one of the arguments that Anglo-Americans made is that look at all this great land that Mexico has, it's so rich in resources, but look at what these people, they don't do anything with it. They must be lazy. So the whole idea of the lazy Mexican is an image created by Anglo-Americans to facilitate their taking over of the land. And they work more hours per day, per week than any other group. They start working earlier than anybody else, and they will work longer than anyone else until their old age, and they will work more hours than the average worker in the United States.
In my case, my dad sends me to work with my uncle to learn more about life values, such as appreciation and dedication. Now we know where this stereotype originated from. And it's basically a lie. Most Mexicans have 2 or 3 jobs to give their families a better life. But here goes one thing. If we really start thinking about it, what are some requirements that you need in order to have a job? You have to be respectful, make good decisions, and help others. Now this is the point I wanted to get to. This is who we really are. Now, let's take a quick look at this video of how Latinos want to be seen, which Mexicans are part of.
Yes, I'm Latina, but that's not the only thing that is about me. You know, I don't want people to just look at me and think oh, okay, she's this and that and that. It's like all these labels, right? There's more to that. There's more of me.
And I think that's the reason why I'm in education today, to sort of disprove that, despite the fact that I was undocumented, I was still, a good person.
I want to better myself, and I want to prove to my parents that everything that they went through, it's worth it.
When I was in middle school in Mexico, I had the second highest GPA for 3 years. I want to keep studying until I become a business administrator and make my family proud. In order to accomplish this, I intend to be responsible, respectful, make good decisions, and help others. This is who I really am.